best part about this game is that it's such an optimistic, hopeful view of the year 2019 in the future, 9 years away from now as I'm recording this. We'll have see-through roads and be traveling in excess of 500 miles per hour in our super space cars. With any luck, the planet will be overrun with talking apes and the rest of us will be stuck in the Matrix fighting replicants. 2019. What's more likely is that we'll be sitting on a couch playing Outrun 2019 on our Sega Genesis. Good times. Even if the Ferrari has been replaced by the Batmobile, traditional Outrun-style gameplay remains, although it's not quite as solid as the original Sega-produced Outrun. That's still a better game, but Outrun 2019 is a nice variation, but they could have taken the concept further. The backgrounds could have been more outrageous. I'd have liked to seen alien monsters destroying things in the distance and like planets crashing into things. Planets, spaceships. Hey, they don't complete the roads in the future either, they just put jumps there. Budget cuts last forever. I think it would have been entertaining to drive through the monolith in 2001, only to come out on the other side and crash into the space baby. Outrun 2019 is a fun game, but if you've played the other original Outrun games, I think you'll find it after the novelty wears off, it's just not quite as good. But let's take a look at what makes the game good, aside from the obvious fact that it's this kind of clever look at 2019, which looks exactly like today. Of course, this was made in 1993, which looked like today, except more hopeful. And cell phones were a lot bigger in 1993. Everything was cheaper, and some people still had mullets. The first time around. Who puts jumps on a bridge? This has got to be the Pennsylvania Turnpike. You can tell it's the future because goal is spelled with 2 exclamation points. It's more advanced that way. Yeah, the game's not bad. If you like Outrun, this is an obvious must pick up because it doesn't cost very much. It's super easy to find. There's 4 different races that you can compete in, and after you drive a race, it'll show you an outline of where you went. But it's just not quite as exciting as the original Outrun. I do like the Battlestar Galactica launching scenes. It's like launching your ship into space. As you've probably noticed from the gameplay, when you reach your top speed and hold it for a while, you'll get a turbo boost that automatically kicks in and basically just throws you off the road. In the future, I still drive like a jackass, except my car spins around and points in the right direction after I hit trees. The game is fast and responsive on the Genesis. It looks good. It doesn't suffer from any delay from when you push a button to when something actually happens. That really wasn't much of a problem until I started trying to put first-person shooters on the Genesis, but you get my point. See-through roads. Now, that's practical. Perhaps it's transparent aluminum. Why they could build a whale tank inside of a spaceship and bring a whale back to the future with that stuff. You know, if I sound disappointed, it's only because they called the game 2019. They could have just made it insane. Like, oh, you just drove through the Stargate by accident. It's a science fiction driving game. More creativity could have been thrown into Outrun 2019. But as it is, it just feels like Outrun with a slightly futuristic car and different courses. Not a bad game, but one that needs to be remade. Outrun 3597. Outrun 3597. Cars are so passé in the future. Instead, everybody just eats a lot of spice, does 7 shots of whiskey, and sees where they end up. 3597. Humanity has evolved beyond the need to actually speak to each other, and people talk with their mind. Reality television shows are even dumber. And your Sega Genesis will still be working and able to play Outrun 2019. But you won't be playing it because you'll be playing Outrun 3597 on the Atari 2600. That'd be a dangerous game to play. The best you could hope for after trying the whole spice whiskey Russian roulette thing is that you just end up in reality.